Hi all, welcome back to another vlog. This time I'm going to take you to the beautiful island of Saudi Arabia, which is called the Farzan Island. On the Red Sea, off the coast of the port city of Jazan, are the Farzan Island, an archipelago comprising 84 islands. The only way to get to the Farzan Island is by the free public ferry from Jizan, departing twice a day. And the ferry leaves Jizan around 7 to 7:30 a.m. and 15:30, but you should be at the terminal around 6 a.m. for the registration and security check. And the security check is similar to the ones at the airports. We need our passports, and we are supposed to be on the port office a day before to get the tickets, or we can purchase the ticket as online too. And the ferry leaves the Farzan Island back to Jizan at the same time. And if you know when you will be returning from the island, so it's better to get both your tickets at the same time, like the return tickets and the going ticket. So it's preferable to purchase both tickets at the same time not to take a risk. Okay, and there are 2 ferries a day in each directions, and they leave each port at the same time. And also the ferry also takes our cars for free, but you will have to be at the port minimum of 2 hours before departure to be sure that to get granted space in the ferry. And the journey between Jizan and Farzan takes approximately 1 hour. The ferry is absolutely amazing, as we may have the feeling that we are in a ship, as because we are having so many facilities available in the ferry, like we have a food court and toilet facilities and the seating arrangement. Everything is so nice and cool. So I was having the feeling that I'm in a ship going to an abandoned island. So this was really an amazing experience. And another speciality is we don't need to pay anything for the tickets to travel in the ferry, as if we are reaching the ferry before 2 hours, we don't need to book the tickets online, or we don't need to purchase it before. But if you are planning to get your cars with you, it's preferable to book the tickets a day before you are planning to go. We came with our cars, but we didn't take the tickets before. We got the ticket for us and for the car on the day of the travel itself, because we reached the port very early, around I think before 2 hours, so that we got chance for us and for the car too. And yeah, it was amazing. And it takes only around 1 hour or around 50 kilometers from the port of Jizan to the Farzan Island. So after 1 hour of ferry ride, we have arrived on the beautiful Farzan Island. We are get into the cars and we are going to explore the beautiful Farzan Island. It was one of my wish long back since came to Saudi Arabia, that to visit this beautiful island, but now only it became possible. So I'm so excited. We all are excited to explore the beautiful Farzan Island. As I told you, Farzan Island, it's comprising almost 84 small islands, but only around 3 of them are inhabited. The Saudi Wildlife Authority declared the Farzan Island a protected area in 1996 and boasts pristine coral reefs for epic scuba diving and a variety of fish and world-class birding for species including the white-eyed gull and crab plover and scooty falcon, and many other birds can be seen in Farzan Island. So that's why the Saudi Wildlife Authority has declared Farzan Island as a protected area in 1996. More than 80 islands make up the archipelago of Farzan, but only 3 of them are home to year-round residents. And the largest and most inhabited is Farzan Island, and about 12,000 permanent residents live on this island, and many of them are commute to Jazan for work. And the island is known for its incredible biodiversity. Each island offers something exciting and truly unique, and from lush greenery to the coastal cliffs, a clear view of the Red Sea, a pristine beach and coral reefs and such. Our first plan on the first day was to explore the landmark of Farzan Island. So we are going to explore 3 amazing landmarks of Farzan Island today. They are Beit El Rifa, Ottoman Fort, and the heritage village of Farzan Island. So these are the 3 beautiful locations that we are going to explore today. Here is our first landmark destination, which is called Beit El Rifa, a beautiful home that belonged to a prosperous pearl merchant named Munawwar Al Rifa 100 years ago. It is a worth visit for its traditional Farzani architecture. The house is built with coral stones and it features intricate carvings on its gypsum walls. Local materials were also used to build this beautiful house, along with a handful of other materials such as timber and stained glass, which might be imported from overseas. At first glance itself, I just felt it something similar to my country, which is India, that somehow I felt the same architecture in my country that is having some similarity to the one which is this Beit El Rifa. The house is somehow very big and is categorized into different rooms, and each room is having different walls and different kinds of doors, and there are some arc shape and different kinds of shapes as also made to make the house beautiful. And in some places you can see different like shelves has been made, and there we could see a toilet which looks like a toilet. I'm not sure, but I think it might be a toilet, and something very small without the door, and it was a toilet, and we just came inside and checked how it looks like. And the wall is extremely look like Indian architecture, and then I came to know that Beit Al Rifa, Munawwar Al Rifa, he wanted his house to be reminiscent of this time. As being a merchant, he had a great connection with Indian subcontinent, and he was really inspired by the Indian architecture. So history is saying that's the reason that he wanted his house to looks like somehow to Indian architect, but it's somehow Farzani architecture. We can say that it's a mixing up of both. The main entrance of the house that bears similar craftsmanship to, and the windows are also decorative with triple arcs. The interior design, as I told you, is just as impressive. The house itself, which is said to be 7 meters tall approximately, has having doors, windows, and what resemble shelves with similar carvings, with Quranic text that is carved over the main entrance. The house is like no other house in Saudi Arabia, which may I feel, but time has not been gentle with this beautiful house, as it's now desperately in need of repair and protection, because it's we can say partially damaged, and I think it really needs protection. It needs to be cared because it's a historical symbol. This is our second destination. This is Ottoman Fort, a great attraction for history enthusiastic like me. Is situated in Farzan Island, that perched at an altitude of 10 meters above sea level and 50 kilometers from the Red Sea. We can enjoy the surrounding view from the castle. And the Ottoman castle was used as a military base in the 20th century, but the construction of the fort dates back to the 18th century, and it has been a number of skirmishes since, and there is a long standing well right next to the fort, and it's highly likely the residents of the fort that used it as their main source of water, but unfortunately it is closed nowadays. This is our third destination, a sandstone village in Al Qasr. The village is believed to be the oldest inhabited site on the island, and the village is said to be dating back to the time of the Romans. But these days, the village is completely rebuilt to show the tourists how people used to live on the islands long back. And no locals are living in this village these days. And dating back to the Roman era, this deserted village is one of the oldest inhabited sites on the island, and the houses in the village are made from coral and mud that is hardened over time into solid rocks. A 2-meter high wall surrounds each house, which is generally 1 or 2 rooms, and the rooms are categorized into names of persons. As you can see, each room has been given to different names of persons. It's truly a heritage village, a small beautiful heritage village, because you can see many features which you can see in a village, like there is a party hall, there are stores and kids area, there is a wall and different houses and different rooms, and so many things that like exactly what are the things that we can see in a village, you can see in this heritage village. It's beautifully recreated, and it's really nice and amazing to walk and to feel that we are also part of that house. Like this is Al Najjar house, so we just entered. It is also having different rooms, so we may having the feeling that we are moving in an old historic path, and there are some souls are watching us, or there's some souls are walking with us like this. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. So see you with the second part of the Farzan Island. So keep supporting me and please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.